the process.
And their season, Boston looking to move on. Tatum accepts the defensive assignment. Paul George pops out. He's been more aggressive. They go right to Embiid for two.
I like the play right away, Robbie. A little high-low action, establish Joel. He continues processing for the Sixers.
Well, and the spacing right there. Embiid had so much room, and with Kata, they are going to test him early and often.
Hauser, a lot of contact, and it's well short. Embiid corrals the board. Tyrese Maxey had mentioned it. Ashley brought it up to him. He has said these fans deserve to see a win. They deserve to see high-level play after the embarrassment that was Game 4. Driving kick outside Oubre. Around it goes for Maxey. They're trying to feature Embiid early. Back outside. Embiid struggled from three, and he just missed that one too strong.
That's the one area, Grant, where maybe that rhythm certainly has not found itself. Had good looks, though, in Game 5.
White lost his footing. He has struggled really. No real numbers for Edgecombe. Leaves it for the trailing George. Looking to attack. Oh, he lost Kata, but he all regular season averaged 10.2 points, 8.5 rebounds per game, but became an everyday starting center. And Joe Mazzulla said, you proved it in the regular season, you've got to prove it now in the postseason. Tatum looking to drive. Hauser pops. 8 to shoot. Hauser drives, and nobody picks up the ball.
I love them running that Spain action, and then they're just trying to get Joel Embiid in every type of action, Grant. They're going to make him guard every time down.
The Celtics had missed 15 straight field goals dating back to Game 5, where they missed their final 14 of the game. Edge come in and out, and an offensive, or rather defensive rebound goes to Kata. Tatum in that Game 5 loss, 24 points and 16 rebounds. He has come back with a force on the offensive end as Brown's too strong. Oubre trying to tap it to himself. He didn't see White. He'll pull it up, and he can't float it in. Maxey in the open court. Spin. Fade. And the rebound tapped by Tatum.
Maybe some nerves here, a little feeling out. Some open shots that aren't going early.
Tatum right to the rack, and he missed it. Up ahead for Edgecombe. He'll attack on White, no numbers. Embiid's the trailer. Thought about the three. Now he'll take it right at Kata. Through the contact, and he breaks it home on the foul.
Embiid had against Vucevic. That foul trouble with Kata. It looped here.
Let's check in with Ashley.
Guys, I went to Boston's shoot-around this morning and asked specifically about defending him when he does stuff like that, and they just said, try to do your job earlier. He's just getting to this post too easily. Try to make him catch it, make it a little tougher, make it farther away when he does catch it. And Joe Mazzulla said, we have got to change coverages on Joel. Just depends.
The Celtics offense that we've seen be as incredibly efficient as anybody. What does that entail on a consistent time down the floor?
Well, you're going to see Sam Hauser a lot of the time be the screener, and you worry about him as a shooter. Then he's setting the back screen. It takes a ton of communication to deal with it.
Tatum off the miss from Embiid. Hauser outside. There he goes to set it, but instead it goes to Brown. Now he'll back down on Maxey. Embiid just kind of patrolling the middle of the paint. Brown finds the open spot. He can't float it in.
Good D by Maxey there, matching the physicality and getting a high-level contest.
George tees it up. Long rebound, and a good job shielding it by Hauser.
Right away for Boston, a team that shoots a lot of threes. Everything in the paint. They are getting paint touches, not converting, but also not settling for threes.
Philly 2 for 7, Boston 2 for 8 to start. George will try again. Money!
Well, how about the push, Grant, from Edgecombe to touch the paint there with some pace, and that first triple goes down for Paul George.
He has been hunting his jump shot a whole lot more defensively. Nick Nurse has loved what he's brought, especially off the ball with his instincts. White got pushed, and a double dribble is going to be called.
Turn 2 for 8 from the field, struggling like they did in the fourth quarter of Game 5.
Derek White's had some looks around the basket to maybe get his mojo going, but it's been that type of series, and he's still searching.
Maxey, that's absurd. The blur to free him, and he nails the three. Energy infectious at Xfinity Mobile Arena. The fans have brought it. The team has responded early. Brown the fend off. The fade doesn't go.
I thought Paul George just played his tail off defensively. Another good defensive possession there on Jaylen Brown.
Maxey looking to get away from Tatum. Outside for Embiid. He'll try again. Tracked down by Tatum, who has started this game 1 for 2. He does have 3 rebounds already. He's been rebounding at a really high clip as Brown finally gets one to go in the mid-range. Boston now 3 for 10 from the floor. Philly at 4 for 10, but they are 2 of 6 from downtown. Double now on Embiid, trying to get it inside, but it was off the mark. Looking for Oubre. Hauser bounce. Brown looking to attack on the rookie Edgecombe. His 3rd in Rookie of the Year voting after an outstanding season. Dump it inside, and Cato floats it in.
Right there, Jaylen Brown. Great, just reading the defense. Well, Embiid snuck over to help and made them pay with that pass to Cato.
And now we've got a foul away from the ball. It's going to go on Jaylen Brown, who laid out Paul George.
Some iconic moments, and what a great rivalry.
Paul George felt the contact, going to be on the floor.
And you're getting over that thing. If you just put the brakes on and shoot it, those guards have really got to get over.
It was also a smart play by Paul George because it was number 2 on Jaylen Brown. Pocket pass goes to Embiid. 5 to shoot now for Maxey. Looking to put pedal to the metal. Spray it out. Edgecombe 3 ball. Doesn't go. Peyton Pritchard in the game for Sam Hauser. Derek White stays in there as one of the primary ball handlers, along with Pritchard, who had an outstanding game 4 in the last game in this building. Edgecombe couldn't get to that pass. Brown does, and an awkward delivery will draw him a contact for 2 free throws.
Right there, 3 three-pointers. They made 24.
Well, and the question for Boston has to be,
Throws with the 2 fouls. VJ Edgecombe just picked up his 2nd. So Quentin Grimes, one of the heroes of the second half of Game 5, has checked in for Philly. Grimes finished with 18 points, 4-7 from 3.
we'll see how aggressive he is from the jump. Nick Nurse has been on him to let it fly. He clearly delivered in Game 5.
Maxey with 10 to shoot. Embiid goes to set the screen. Maxey attacks on Vucevic. Oh, he slides through for 2.
What a burst right there. The dexterity. So agile. He gets downhill. Difficult to defend.
Brown looking to attack, and it ripped.
Boy, what a play by Grimes there to jump that.
And it was out of bounds. Grimes trying to say it was off him. Approaching 5 minutes to play in this opening quarter. Philly 5 of 12. Boston 4 of 11 from the floor. Maxey bounce. Embiid in and out.
But Grant, I don't mind him popping to 15 feet. That's okay. It doesn't have to be a 3.
That does. Jason Tatum.
Tatum starting to find the rhythm here. Now 15 of his last 32 from the 3-point line. He is really starting to shoot that thing with a lot of confidence.
Vucevic way back in his coverage on Embiid. George fend off, step back, off the mark, rebound back tap, and saved by Grimes. Oh, forced by George. He nearly got the deflection, get it up ahead. Pritchard attack on Oubre, and he lays it in. First lead for Boston. You can feel the wear and tear of this series in this opening quarter. Just 14 of 13, 8 minutes in. Hooking inside, Embiid with a find at Oubre. The second quarter, same with Baylor Shireman for Boston as they hold the 3-point cushion. Brown on the outside, looking to circle his way around, and that's a tough 2.
I like the set, though, out of the timeout. Mazzulla, a little dribble handoff. Double screen there. Brown getting into the paint. Making a shot over it.
Right, Kelly Oubre doing all he can right there.
Edgecombe off the mark, and the late foul does.
See Philly go right at that matchup next time
For Embiid as he struggled finding his rhythm.
It's over 30 seconds into this second quarter. You see Embiid's numbers so far, but it was really the second half of Game 5 where he flipped the game. The Celtics led by 13 with about 10 minutes left in the third quarter. From that point on, it was all Philly. Brown, short, and off.
Of shots on the offensive end.
Embiid right at Garzon, he's fouled. Since his return that can consistently get to the line. There's 25 in his playoff career, this being his 62nd playoff game now in his 10th NBA season. Back to a 2-point game. Pritchard, with just 3 attempts so far, has put 2 in. Grimes steps up. Garza on the outside. Now it's Brown on the attack. Oh, he got Oubre in the air. Set. Well, you know, Joe Mazzulla just raves about what Sam Cassell brings to this staff and this locker room.
All I know is my rookie year, he said, I'm Sam Cassell, 2 S's together.
But I think from doing the on-the-bench game, he's a phenomenal communicator as well.
Edwards misses the 3. Rebound goes to Oubre. He lost it, trying to save it, and the full extension couldn't get.
Miserable for him as best he can.
And that's exactly what Nick Nurse has mentioned as Shireman stepped out of bounds. He said he's gonna
responsibility to both Oubre and Paul George of defensively having to check those guys. They are 2 of the big wings for Philly.
Embiid finally drills one from downtown.
He is hyped about that. Finally, Embiid gets one to go down.
9 points, 3 boards, 3 assists already for the process as Brown goes all the way to the rack.
Able to attack and get to that rim.
7 now for Jaylen Brown. Edge comes back on the floor, looking to get his offense working. Had that incredible game, too, as Embiid can't hit in the midi.
He's had good looks with that short roll. That's another wide open shot. Philly will take that every time down.
Brown working on Edwards, looking to back him down. Fend off. Brown, kick out. Pritchard. No. Edge come, turns on the turbo. Garza on the pump. Looking to play through Pritchard on this possession. He'll drive. Header rejected by Oubre. And then Garza lost it.
Ball. Edwards couldn't get back up underneath. And instead of it being 2 points, Kelly Oubre just erases that shot.
Celtics bench did implore Joe Mazzulla to challenge. That is a no-brainer block. Queta sends it back. Brown in the open court, banks it home. His playoff career that's included 126 games, including tonight. Actually coming into tonight. Tonight's 127. Oubre snakes his way through for Titter.
He's in game 5 at the rim. Now the active hands here defensively.
Edge comes, scoops it up. Browns with numbers the other way.
Oh, man.
No take. Batted around into the hands of Brown.
He passed up an easy shot, made it harder for himself.
Court space.
Queta floater, doesn't go off the window. You're saying the ball handler's going to say, muy bien, gracias?
He might.
You're welcome, Brett. That was for you.
I appreciate it.
Float goes for Matt.
That's a great sign here for Boston. Derek White 0 for 4 from 3 in game 5.
Embiid and Maxey have 19. Brown and Tatum have 18. We are all even at 32. Oubre, bottom. Queta trying to get it to Brown. Jaylen Brown, 9 points on 4 of 8 shooting, attacking on Maxey. And foul's going to be
Driven him. He's done a good job of just walling up.
Jaylen Brown is 1 for 5 at the free throw line.
And that was a problem for Boston in game 5. 61% from the free throw line in that game. And the troubles continue here.
They finally did a perimeter. Tough one for George. There it goes.
That ball screen, and he is looking to rise and fire.
Tight defense for Maxey. Oubre steps up again on Brown. Screen from White. Brown will try. Brown hit.
Matching Paul George's contested 3 right there. Tough shot, Jaylen Brown getting it done.
I love just flipping that ball screen late. So hard to handle here in the second quarter. The offense is picking it up. Finally.
And a foul's going to be called on Oubre on the outside. Queta. Nice defense by George.
He came over. That was that Spain again. And Paul George saves the day by being in the right spot.
Maxey looking to dance on Tatum. Drummond goes to set the screen. Maxey in attack mode. Right at Queta. He couldn't spin it in, but a foul. So Maxey to the free throw line, his third, make it his first attempts of the night. Lakers and Rockets in Houston at 9:30 Eastern. For more on these games, please go to NBA.com or visit the NBA app. Brown against Oubre. Rip through, fend off, offensive NBA during the regular season behind Towns as we check in with Abs.
Guys, Nick Nurse just was talking about Kelly Oubre and how there's not a second that he's not guarding 2 of the best players on the floor in Tatum or Brown, and they've obviously both been great, but he said Kelly just keeps rolling up his sleeves, going to work, and it's paying off.
That's going to be another offensive. That was one of the main concerns from Joe Mazzulla. It's the silly fouls from Queta. He said I know he's got 4, and I expect him to have at least 4, but the extra ones are what really throw us off our rhythm. As Maxey follows his miss, fades, can't fill it up, rebounded Drummond, physical on Vucevic.
His rebounds the last 2, but at times when he's on the floor, your best offense can be just get it up there on the rim.
Largest lead now for Philly. Another fend off this time. It's Tatum who's fouled. This year, 32 of 90, which is about 36%.
Right. It's the offensive glass where he can really impact the game.
Tatum perfect. Maxey cross outside George. Attack on Tatum. Finds the space. Thought he was fouled, and the whistle does come.
Performance here on the offensive end.
Both teams in the bonus for the final 3:55 of this first half. George Extika. Grant, you've got a somewhat pinkish shirt today. Is that in the spirit of the
That's
Derby?
red. You don't.
It's salmon. Like a salmon.
Okay, so it's a
Foul. And beat with a hard head there, Grant. We've seen almost exclusively drop coverage from him.
the double cross. Tatum, the patience.
Great patience right there. Just that little pause as Embiid contested there. Let him go by. And I like how Tatum is being aggressive, getting to the paint.
13 and 10 for Tatum. George, step away. Pure!
Just spinning to the body and stepping it back and burning it.
Hauser off the mark. Rebound, Oubre. And then stripped by Derek White. Takes it right back for the Seeds.
Those little hustle plays, though, those defensive efforts, and now you get to look to Tatum. What a possession. Derek White.
Wait till next season, ramp up when everyone else ramps up, but he fought, he challenged himself, worked his tail off in carrying the offensive load for the Celtics.
We saw that this team had a real chance to make some noise in the playoffs, get it in for Embiid, working against Vucevic, trying to get it back out to George. Repost, Embiid against Vuce, back down, kick out, Edgecombe loads it up. And the rebound of Pritchard.
Wait, how about the recovery, though, from Vooch? Initially, it looked like Embiid had something there. Vooch fights, gets it out of there, and that's a stop for Boston.
Tatum spin, and he can't make it in. Good fight for the rebound by George. Paul George now up to 11 first-half points himself, dancing on Derek White. Step away, doesn't get it to go. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. Vucevic really opens up this offense. Joe Mazzulla said similar to what Kristaps Porzingis did for this team as George corrals another rebound. Now it's Maxey's turn. 14 points on 5 of 12 shooting. Embiid fairly quiet, 9 points on 3 of 9. Bounce it, Maxey, that is pretty.
And I like how Maxey continues to attack no matter what.
I love the cut. They're going to deny the dribble handoff. Cut that thing back door. Joel Embiid with the good delivery.
Vucevic 3, and he's in and out.
He can be a real weapon, especially in the pick and pop. If they're going to drop, Vooch, he can make that shot.
Only 13 three-point attempts so far for Boston. More from Philly, and that one's on target. Tyrese Maxey.
I'll tell you what, it didn't even look like he was on the pass right there. Oh, man.
Well, he's shown all 3 levels here in this game. He has been impressive in this first half.
White step away, and he nails the triple. So his second 3 now after he came in on the series, really struggling. 7 of 33 in the first 5 games from 3. Maxey bounce, Embiid steps into it. Long rebound poked by Walsh. Edgecombe and Walsh hit the deck. And then Tatum loses the ball out of bounds. It'll stay here. Pritchard gets rid of it for Tatum. 2 for 1 not available. Tatum will work for a good shot instead. Looking to back down on George. Tatum got it back. Outside for Pritchard. Late clock is where he thrives. 2 seconds to shoot. And he forced it in over George.
I don't think Paul George could do that any better. I mean, he did so many good things on that defensive possession. It's just an impressive and better offense by Pritchard.
5 seconds left in the quarter. And Maxey floats it in. He's got 13 in the quarter. 3.5 left. Vucevic gets it up the floor. White at the horn. Doesn't go.
By the Philadelphia starters.
Jaylen Brown will start with the basketball here for a Boston team that trails by 9, looking to get something easy.
But they had Hauser
opening possession.
wide open there, Noah.
Instead, they have Keita Bouncing it inside for Tatum, who throws it away for Oubre. Streaking with Edgecombe. Oubre will go in. Runs into Hauser. George tees it up and knocks it down. Three. And now an offensive foul that's going to go against Boston. And if it's Brown, it's number 4.
Fouls on Brown and Queta. Asked if there needs to be adjustments defensively. Those calls are valid. And with a man a few words, he just replied, playoffs.
And playoffs it is, because Brown just picked up his 4th, and he's staying in the game. And Embiid finally finds 9 line.
Well, he's so comfortable, Grant, at catching, facing, and if you give him any room, Queta worried about picking up that 4th foul, and Embiid just rises up right over the top.
Now it's Tatum attacking the rack with a 2-handed stuff.
Tatum able to make him pay. You're right, though, on that mid-range shot. He missed a few of those Embiid in the second quarter. So hard to defend when he faces up and can score.
Embiid surrounded. Nearly didn't matter. He got his own miss, and then a foul is called. And let's see who picks it up.
False info, then.
You can't always trust Tyler Free. Come on. He's accurate a lot of the times, but every now and then something slips through as Embiid does get it.
Those are from a long time ago. You're
Sure.
good.
Yes, sure.
It's in your mind.
No question. Embiid, meanwhile, up to 13 points. We've got 13 from Embiid, 14 from George, 21 from Tyrese Maxey.
Boy, look at the fight by Paul George to get back up underneath and secure that loose ball.
Kept the dribble alive. Numbers the other way if he hurries. He might have double dribbled it, but either way, no call came. George off the screen. Bounce it, nobody home. It rolls to Edgecombe. Attack on White. The cutter is Oubre. Had to reject it. Oubre gets it back, and he floats it off. The help defense protecting the rim. Now it's Brown. Stop. Feed. White trying to get open. Brown drive. Cut off by Edgecombe. 8 to shoot. Double comes. Hook it inside. Queta with 5. 3 to shoot. Circling around. Queta trying to find space. And he missed it.
Philly is putting on a clinic on some of these defensive possessions. Their effort is outstanding flying around.
George can't hit. His placement's ready to erupt. 2.5 minutes into the 3rd. Philly holding on to its largest lead. And Tatum's way off.
And right now, Boston
They'll go Embiid against Tatum. Doubled by Tatum. Oubre's the open man. Weak side rebound to Queta.
They are okay with Oubre taking those. Even though he had a career year shooting in the regular season, he has struggled in this series.
Jaylen Brown for 3.
And there's going to have to be a steady diet of Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum here in this second half, because the Philadelphia defense is swarming, nothing easy.
Those two have 33 of the 54 for Boston. Oh, the behind the back! Embiid! A dime to Oubre! Brown back the other way. Swatted by Oubre! George, the fast break. Oh, the extra! It's showtime in the city of brotherly love!
6.
Embiid back down on Queta. Single coverage. Embiid likes his chances. Wild attempt, no. Oubre the board. And the putback.
Kelly Oubre keeps impacting this game on the defensive end and with his effort. He might not be shooting it well from 3, but there's a reason he's out there, and he's shown that here in this one.
Tatum was 17 and 10. It's White again. This time he's off. And it's tapped by Embiid to George. No numbers here for Philly. George doesn't care. He'll let it fly. And put it down. PG 13. Different number, same result. 17 for George, turning back the clock. Playoff P is coming to life. Brown drive. Kick for White. 8 to shoot. Brown on Embiid. Lost it. 3 to shoot. Brown's going to have to put it up. Has he pulled? And it's out of bounds. Staying here, and Queta. George all the way, could finish.
Like, Philly has had opportunities at the rim tonight and not been all that efficient at cashing them in.
Pritchard in and out. Flat-footed board goes to Embiid, his 8th. It's on triple-double watch. He's got 13, 8, and 5. George, mismatch on Pritchard. He goes right at the young fella. But it was taken away by Boston.
A great late contest there by Tatum and White.
Now it's Pritchard's turn. Tatum off the screen. He'll step into it.
And Grant, that deep drop. I mean, that is the shot they're giving up. That's a good look right there for Jason Tatum coming off that pick and roll.
Right now, the team that's making shots is in the driver's seat, but Maxey can't make that one. Boston is 8 for 22 from 3. They are 44% overall. Philly is 10 of 23 from the outside. Brown forcing his way in. Cato with a follow.
Right there, Brown able to get into the paint. Embiid comes to help. No one there to help the helper, and Cato making him pay.
Balanced attack here amongst the starters for Philly. 4 of them in double figures. That includes Maxey and Embiid. He'll step into a deep one. It was a long 2, but it was off the mark. White's the open man. And he's fouled by George.
Celtics.
Austin led by 13 points with 10 minutes left in the third quarter of Game 5. That was on Tuesday night in Boston. And the Celtics just could not make shots down the stretch. It was the longest streak of missed shots to end a game as Vucevic misses on the 3, and then it is out of bounds off of White. The longest streak in a playoff game since Dallas missed 17 straight to finish the game in 2005 against Houston in the first round. It was 14 in a row for Boston. Just trying to find any semblance of offensive rhythm. They haven't felt it consistently tonight. 10 to shoot now for Maxey. Off the Drummond screen. Finds the space. And it's short.
Philly with some missed opportunities to keep extending the lead as you talked about, Grant. That's Maxey twice from that same spot. He's gotten a good
going on. You see Tatum still just kind of continuously working through that lower body. He's been massaging that left calf for the majority of the game. Off the boot screen. Hook it. Brown. Pump. Jab. Half the shot clock gone as he attacks on Oubre. Brown fades and fills it up.
The space created there, Grant. That's the real deal right there from Jaylen Brown.
A little bit of the air that was in the building to start the third taken out here, but Maxey takes it right back to the rim.
Once again, just so fast as he turns that corner using the left. Also initiating a little contact with the body.
Brown is fouled by Oubre. Off the bounce. Vucevic, the open man. They just can't buy a bucket right now. Vucevic follows. Rejected by Drummond. And then a collision with Hauser. And a blocking foul is called.
I was going to say, it's got to be something.
Playoffs presented by Google. Our coverage presented by Kia. Let's check in with Ashley Shamani.
Yeah, guys, we've been watching Jason Tatum this game, kind of messing with that left calf. He actually went back to the locker room this last quarter for a couple of minutes, but he did come back out. He's on the bench right now. Bad news, though, he has it wrapped with ice and his warm-up on, but he is back out on the bench, so we'll keep an eye on it the rest of this game.
Appreciate that, Ashley. Meanwhile, the Drummond 3 did not count. It was too late. So 82, now 65 as Pritchard's finger rolls it in.
I like off that long defensive rebound. Get out there, play with tempo. Pritchard's got the mismatch, and he just goes all the way to the basket. No help to be found.
Embiid finds nylon.
And it's going to get a great job getting deep on that penetration, creating that open look for Embiid.
Pritchard the fend off. It is Brown, Walsh, Pritchard, Shireman, and Cada to start this fourth quarter. Brown lost the basketball. More great defense by George, and it's saved by Grimes.
I've been so impressed with both Oubre and George staying down and staying right there with Jaylen Brown.
Edwards, pull up, pop, book it. It is not a large rotation for Nick Nurse. He played essentially 6 players in the Game 5 win in Boston. He has played a total of 8, but it's really been those same 6 to 7 with Drummond getting 12 minutes off the bench here tonight.
Got with that missed three-pointer there by Jaylen Brown. Boston has missed 11 three-pointers in a row.
We have gotten word from the Celtics that Tatum is available the rest of the game, and Paul George continues to get it done. Playoff P says, follow me. Timeout Boston. It's Harper off the mark. Three-point woes continue. Below 30% now for a Boston team that shot nearly 37% during the regular season. They're 9 of 32 from three-point territory. George trying to bounce it, and it is eventually going to be called a kick ball.
Across the floor.
Mark Davis 3-91. And game 4 on this floor as Edgecombe off the heel. Rebound Edwards. Second chance for Grimes. They'll drive past Sharman. Oh, he attacks on Garza, but he missed it.
He exploded to the rim. Just couldn't finish there.
And then the other way, Edgecombe erases that one from Pritchard. Edwards in the open floor, and he loses it out of bounds.
Boy, Edgecombe was just timing this thing up. He saw this the whole way with Pritchard. That athleticism and pop that he plays with. He takes that thing to the glass.
Game 4, the final score was 128-96, and the incredible bounce back from Philadelphia in Boston. 113-97 win in Game 5 to force this Game 6 as Pritchard comes up short. Edgecombe's looking to push again. There's no taking that foot off the gas right now for Philadelphia. George has been as big a catalyst as anybody with 23 points. Cross on Pritchard, and Pritchard poked it from behind, and George nearly committed a foul. He wanted a foul call on Pritchard. Instead, it's Shireman. Garza on the follow. And then a technical foul on Paul George.
He earned that, T.
That does allow Boston to bring themselves to within 17. So Edwards will sit. Maxey will come back in. Maxey, George, Grimes, Embiid, and Edgecombe. Pritchard, Harper, Walsh, Garza, and Shireman. You and Jason Benetti before the game that in the playoffs, it doesn't matter if you lose by 30 or you lose by 1. A loss is a loss, a win is a win. You get to hit a refresh button before every game. Feels like they've really adopted that mentality.
They've been able to do that, and certainly these games haven't necessarily been close. You know, but Philly's got to respect the game. Boston's got guys, even though it's their reserves, these guys have played a lot of minutes, and just go with them actually.
Now on out of bounds, it'll be the energy of White, Harper, and Garza has made a difference. Trying to get Embiid another touch against Garza with 10 to shoot. Double team comes, outside Grimes, 3-ball, in, out.
Well, Boston wise to double there. Garza not been successful against Embiid down low. They get the ball out of his hands, and Boston gets another stop.
Pritchard attacks on Edgecombe. Shove pass forward, Garza on the slam.
You said it best. You cannot be complacent against this group. And this group, this reserve here, has come out and played hard, played together. Certainly chipping away at this lead.
How about Garza with the slam and the words? I like that. He has something to say about it.
From 23 down to within 12 on an 11-0 run. Bounce it for Embiid. He will take. And he makes on the mid-range.
But he shot at it last.
Pritchard has been relatively quiet with just 9 points off the bench. Now Garza will try. Way off on the 3.
Embiid got slapped across the arm.
See Maxey just saying, I got you, big dog. Screen from Embiid. Maxey, the extra gear.
That's a good place to go right there. High ball screen, get Garza in space, and let Maxey just use that burst.
27 points for the two-time All-Star. Pritchard the bump and finish.
Well, that late pump there by Pritchard just freezing the defense. Knowing Edgecombe can still come behind and make a play at the rim. Give credit to this group there. They're not quitting. They're still competing, these Celtics.
Oubre will check in next dead ball for Philly. Embiid drive. Embiid danger.
They're going to trap Maxey and take the ball out of his hands. Embiid catches that. He's decisive, and he goes and makes a play at the rim.
2022-23 NBA MVP, and he still hears the chance here at Xfinity Mobile Arena. 7-time All-Star, All-NBA first team in 23, 4-time second team, 3-time All-Defensive second team, and a 2-time scoring champ. The list goes on.
Again,
yes.
The emphasis on the TBD.
For more on these games, please go to NBA.com or visit the NBA app. I got to stay consistent.
You are.
So Embiid does convert at the line. Back to 16. Boston hoping for one final run to keep things interesting here in Game 6. Philadelphia hoping to force a Game 7 back in Boston on Saturday. Oh, Jordan Walsh was looking for a body.
Wow.
He couldn't finish over George. Now it's Oubre getting tripped up. And look out, Garza and Embiid going all season in the NBA. 40 years old, in his 20th year in the league, and Nick Nurse, of course, built a relationship with him in Toronto when they were
Valuable to have on their bench.
open look for Edgecombe, and he drains it. They are on their feet at Xfinity Mobile Arena. Shireman back the other way for two. Embiid has 19 points, 9 rebounds, and 8 assists in just his 3rd game back from the appendectomy.
And Noah, he's played 31 minutes. And for him to be in the 30-plus range again, coming off that surgery, pretty impressive.
5 to shoot for Maxey. It's Embiid, creates the space, 3-ball! Their time together in Philadelphia. Pritchard just using his frame best he can. Finding an angle, couldn't finish it. A lot of contact on Walsh, and finally the foul is called.
With a triple-double.
Walsh at the free throw line. So we talked about the 3-1 deficit. As mentioned, only 13 teams have ever successfully come back from 3-1 down to win a series. The Sixers are 4 minutes and 10 seconds away from forcing the win-or-go-home Game 7 in Boston.
Well, granted, if Boston's going to hold that off, they've got to figure out their offense, which is hard to believe in being that they were the 2nd most efficient offense in the regular season. But the 3-point shooting was hard to overcome that for the Celtics.
Deflection by Pritchard. Celtics couldn't corral it, and then they do rip it away from Oubre. 17-point game. Pritchard on the outside. Extra. Pritchard might have been blocked on the outside by Edgecombe. And the cleanup duty again from Garza.
An interesting season, but playing their best ball at the right time of the year.
They wait the winner of this series, which could be decided if Boston makes a miraculous comeback, or they'll have to wait until Saturday. Pritchard has the rebound off the Edgecombe miss. Approaching 3 minutes to play, 15-point game. Does Boston have one final push here? They've rode with this group on the floor with Harper, Pritchard, Walsh, Shireman, and Garza. Harper floats it up, and it is in and out with every part of the rim. Embiid has his 10th board.
I'd say with this second unit, they played the right way here in this 4th quarter. They've had juice, they've had life, they've been connected. Certainly that first unit, they're going to have to figure some things out. Play with a little bit more effort in Game 7.
Extra. It's George. Weak side rebound falls to Harper. Up ahead for Shireman. No real number, so Hope pull. And Walsh corrals the board. Under 2.5 to play. Nick Nurse still imploring his team to play lockdown defense. Shireman will keep firing and finally rattles one home.
Well, the effort's good.
To Oubre, so he's up to 10 boards. He has a double-double of 12 and 10 for the time being. Pritchard went for the steal on Edgecombe. Look out for Edgecombe. Through the contact and a chance for 3.
Point. Him and Kelly Oubre have been locked to Tatum and Brown.
All 5 Sixer starters in double figures. Edgecombe now up to 14. Pritchard step away. Hits the 3. Austin has it within a dozen, just under 2 to play. Philadelphia will take its time. Maxey just gets it across. Edgecombe, skip it. Oubre will drive. And slam! Kelly Oubre with the final cherry on this masterpiece cooked up by the Sixers. Pritchard dancing. Tough one. Doesn't go. Drummond another rebound. 1:20 to play, and they can smell a Game 7 here in Philly. Maxey coast to coast is fouled. And Maxey will take his time here to get up.
I know the opening was there. I'm surprised Maxey with just 1:14 left.